So go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable position. I've got my hips kind of raised up on a bolster a little bit just to kind of help me open up my hips, and invite you to go ahead and settle in, finding your comfortable position to get started. I want to invite you to gently close your eyes or just soften your gaze, looking down the end of your nose, allowing your breath to soften and deepen as you begin to just settle in, finding your center, clearing your mind, and finding the connection between your breath, your body, your mind, and your spirit. And go ahead and take in a deep, steady breath, breathing fully all the way down into the belly. Feel your breath expand through your chest. And slowly exhale, softening into the moment, letting your breath flow gently all the way out. And just continue breathing in a slow, steady state, feeling the full expansion into the belly and into the chest, allowing everything to soften and release as you exhale fully and completely. In yoga, we honor the practice of shanti, the cultivation of inner peace. Shanti reminds us that peace is not something we find outside of ourselves. It is a wellspring already within, waiting for us to slow down, to listen, and to return home. Across many spiritual paths, this call to peace is universal. In John 14:27, we are reminded, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your heart be troubled, and do not be afraid." And as you move through today's practice, release the search for peace as something that's distant. Instead, allow yourself to receive it. Already present, already yours. Feel the peace as you breathe it in, settling into it. Trust that you are safe here. Go ahead and lengthening your spine, bringing your hands to prayer at heart center. You can leave your eyes closed here if that helps you focus, or you can blink your eyes open, just whatever feels good. And on your next inhale, just drop your arms to the side. Inhale, circling up, reaching up long, expanding through your side waist. And exhaling, bringing hands back to prayer at heart center. Once more, inhaling, arms circle up, reaching up tall, stretching long. Exhaling back to prayer at heart center. And once again, inhale, arms circle up. And exhale, bringing hands to prayer at heart center. And slowly move onto your hands and knees. It's coming into a brief tabletop, settling with your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Just taking a moment to press the ground away, activating the muscles up your arms, pressing the tops of your feet down into the ground, elongating your spine, and breathing, just feeling the activation here. And then slowly start to walk your forearms down onto the ground, leaving your knees bent, leaving your hips above your knees, and then slowly walking your arms forward, coming into a melting heart position or a puppy pose, getting a deep stretch into your upper back, allowing your chest to fall through down towards the ground. You can rest your forehead softly onto the ground or bringing your chin down onto the ground, allowing your breath to continue to flow softly and gently, filling up your belly into your chest and releasing, softening into the stretch. And a couple more breaths here, continuing to breathe fully, letting your ribs expand and then soften as you exhale. Begin to slowly walk your arms back with your elbows underneath your shoulders and then pressing back up into your tabletop, settling with your wrists under your shoulders. Spine, once again, is nice and long. Once again, feeling the activation, pressing the floor away with your palms, pressing the tops of your feet down into the floor. Is activating the muscles up through your forearms and your biceps, through your calves and your thighs as you press the floor away and elongate your spine. And move your left hand to the center of your mat so that it's underneath your face. And I want you to slowly peel your right hand, drawing it up your arm, across your chest, stretching your right arm up tall, stacking the right arm over the left, reaching up tall towards the ceiling. And taking one final inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to thread the needle, taking your right hand underneath the left, dropping your right shoulder down onto the ground, and then leaving your cheek onto the ground. You can leave your left hand in front of your face, or you can stretch it out long to the front of your mat. Just coming into a gentle twist, keeping your hips above your knees, using your breath to continue to connect the body with the breath and the mind, feeling your spirit soften, feeling your mind cleanse, feeling your body release any tension, letting go of any toxicity that's no longer serving you. You can slowly start walking your left hand back in front of your face if you had it extended. And on your next inhale, pushing up with your left hand, letting that right arm reach up, way up tall to the sky. Once more, stacking that right arm over the left, just untwisting here. And then exhale, releasing your right hand down onto the ground. Then moving your right hand to the center of your mat, and then slowly drawing your left hand up your right arm, across your chest, and reaching up tall towards the ceiling. Stacking your left hand over your right, expanding across through your chest. And one more inhale here. And as you exhale, threading the needle, bringing the left hand under the right, back of your hand onto the ground as you drop your left shoulder down, bringing your left ear down to the ground, and then stretching your left arm out long, coming into your twist on the opposite side. And slowly walking your right hand back in front of your face as your left arm stretches up wide, spreading through your chest, reaching towards the ceiling, and then planting your left hand back down onto the ground. Then walking your knees forward, kicking your feet off to the side. I'm going to invite you to grab your bolster and set it behind you. You're going to come into a reclined butterfly. So you're going to have it kind of sitting at the small of your back, and you can kind of grab onto your knees and slowly lower down, resting onto your bolster, letting your shoulders fall off to the side. And then bringing the soles of your feet together as you let your knees fall open, coming into a hip stretch. And as you kind of release onto the bolster, it also opens up through the chest, opening up through the hips. Just using your breath to once again allow your body to soften and release into the pose, letting any tension drain out of the body, releasing it out into the mat. As you continue to softly breathe fully and deeply down into the belly, filling up the belly, the chest, expansion through the ribs, and exhaling fully and completely, just letting it all go. Now, gently with your hands, reach down to the outside of your thighs, using your hands to close your knees, bringing your knees back up together, and then pushing yourself up back to a seated position. We're going to come into a deer pose. So bring your right knee out to the side, and your left knee is going to come out in front of you. So you'll have a 90-degree angle at the hip and the knee of the left leg, and the same with the right. Letting that right knee be in alignment with your hip, and then your shin along the long edge of your mat, and then squaring your shoulders and your hips to the front edge of the mat, getting a external rotation of that right hip when the internal rotation of the left, lengthening your spine, sitting up tall, just breathing deeply into those hip sockets, letting them release and soften. If this is enough of a stretch, you can stay here, but if you want to deepen it, you can take a forward fold. You can bring your bolster around if you want to rest your forearms or head down onto, but just gently come into a forward fold if you want to deepen your stretch. Just coming down to your own degree, letting your body soften and release into the fold. If you took a forward fold, slowly start walking yourself back up to a seated position. And then reach around behind with your hands. And we're just going to rotate coming into the opposite direction to the back of your mat so that your right shin is now straight across the top of the mat. Your right thigh is parallel to the short edge of your mat. And then your left knee is in alignment with your left hip. And then that shin down the side of your mat. Once again, squaring your hips and shoulders, spine's nice and tall. Just letting your shoulders soften down your back. Kind of reversing the stretch here. So now you've got an external rotation in this left hip with an internal rotation in the right. You may find that one hip is a little bit tighter than the other, that one side may be a little more comfortable than the other. And just noticing those asynchroncies within the body is as a normal thing, that it's not something that you need to push through. Just honor and accept where your body's at. And if you want to take it into a deeper stretch, taking your forward fold, grab my bolster, bringing it out in front of me, and then slowly bringing your chest down over that front leg, letting your body soften, letting your breath deepen the stretch as you soften and release into the fold. And slowly begin to walk yourself back up to a seated position. Once again, reaching around behind, bringing both knees up in front, and then dropping knees side to side, just doing a windshield wiper action here, just rocking out those hips, releasing that low back. I'm going to turn once more to the long edge of my mat, grabbing your bolster, kind of placing it under your knees, stretching your feet out long. And we're going to come into a caterpillar position, kind of a gentle forward fold. So lengthening your spine, pressing your hip bones down into the ground. Go ahead and inhale, reaching your arms up to lengthen the spine. Then as you exhale, bending at the waist, curling over, dropping your forehead down towards your knees, tucking your chin in towards your chest, feeling the stretch all along the back of your spine as well as the back of your legs. Just coming down to your own degree, just finding your edge and honoring that, holding that pose, and using your breath to help soften and release a little bit deeper the longer that you hold. And on your next inhale, gently release and start walking yourself back up to a tall spine. And then bringing your feet onto the floor and slowly rolling on down towards your back. Try and make this as slow and controlled as you can, just feeling the expansion one vertebra at a time as you roll slowly down. Leaving that bolster under your knees, allowing your feet to just fall off to the side, letting your arms either come down at your side with your palms facing up or bringing one palm to the belly and one palm to the chest, just feeling your center here as we come into our final Shavasana or resting pose of the class. Allowing your breath to continue to just breathe deeply, flowing all throughout the body, releasing any tension out of the body, letting it melt away down into the mat, down into the earth. Just feeling the support of the ground underneath you. Feeling the connection of your breath with your body, your mind, and your spirit. Allowing your body to soften completely into stillness. Noticing the quiet spaces between each breath. Yoga reminds us, peace is not created by perfecting the world around us. It is discovered by softening into what already is. Across many sacred teachings, we hear the same whisper. Peace is a gift offered freely when we are ready to receive it. In Philippians 4:7, it reminds us, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds. And I invite you to rest in this truth, knowing that you are not separate from peace. It is within you, surrounding you, and flowing through you. And as you rise from your mat and step into your day, feel this peace within you. Carry it with you, not as something fragile, but as something